little trailer down in Texas. Sometimes I call her love, sometimes I call her darling. Sometimes I call her by her real name. My darling walks through the rooms in my chest, hanging chandeliers, opening windows. She lets the night in. She turns the radios on and let the songs find their way outside to coat the grasses in summertime. When it rains in Texas, it rains hard. And when it rains hard, Lordy, how that little trailer feels even smaller, but it is made of silver and steel. On my body is dark rain falling. And in the middle of it sits this silver and steel, silver bullet-shaped thing made of silver and steel. How my body makes music against it, fighting to find its way inside, and how patiently it sits waiting for my songs. How patiently she sits. This is how she makes me feel. Like I was a nuclear reactor power plant that harnesses not any strange, harmful energy, but rather the energy of the sun, of daisies, of gold marbles filled up to the brim. Behind me, there is a rainbow. The nuclear reactor that I am harnesses the power of the rainbow as well, capturing the whole spectrum of color and light. This is how she makes me feel. Like a great gray stone tall tower rising up out of the ocean. From my window at the top of that tower, I watch the world. I watch the waves. There's nothing but ocean for so far. From up here, the ocean looks like it is the biggest thing in the universe. From up here, it is the universe. From my window, sitting atop the top of the universe, watching its waves of water move in unison together, I feel like maybe I am bigger. This is how she makes me feel. Like I was 17, running slow motion through a field, lit with light, particles of dust moving through the air, the sun burning their bodies. Perhaps it is dust, perhaps it is magic dust. Perhaps this magical dust is what I am made from. I open my eyes, and everything I see floats. I'm on a boat. It is night. The world has calmed itself just to hold me inside all that is dark, just to rock me gently. This is how she makes me feel. The subway chambers of Moscow. I am vaulted. I have giant chandeliers hanging from my underground ceilings. I glow with so much light. I am a ballroom for the trains of Russia. If you happen to be a child that has climbed down my steps to yell into my body, those echoes will bounce their way across those vaulted underground ceilings. This happens all the time. My dark tunnels are filled with these sounds. This is how she makes me feel. Like I will live forever. Like there is nothing that could possibly harm me. Like this body will somehow stay young and perfect. There are cities growing inside my chest. The cities all look like New York in the 50s. Every building is tall enough to touch a cloud. Every automobile is a convertible. All the men wear hats and neckties. The women all have beautiful shapes of color upon them. Someone has saved a baby. There is a parade. Someone has saved all the babies. There is the biggest parade moving through my streets. The skies explode with ticker tape. Strangers kiss on every corner. Their kisses are what make me live forever. This is how she makes me feel. Like I was honey and trombones. Honey and trombone. Thank you.